Hey everyone, welcome in and welcome back to the channel. Now today we are going to be working on a cute little propagation field. Now if you are new to Dinkum and you're not quite sure what propagation is, let me briefly explain it to you. So if you have at least 2 of each flower that you can find in the game, you can essentially mass produce them. So as long as you have 3 planter boxes minimum, you can do this all day long. Or you can have them as large as you want in terms of your propagation boxes. All you have to do is lay it out in any kind of pattern and design. They do have to be connecting though, in order for the propagation to actually occur. So all you have to do is just put 2 of the same flower in the planter boxes, give it some time, and you will eventually start seeing multiple flowers within these planter boxes. Now, I chose this area of the tropics just because it was lush and full, and that's what I wanted. But I actually got also really lucky because I didn't have to do a lot of terraforming. I didn't really get rid of much. I just kind of moved some trees around, and I kind of just manipulated it a little bit, but not a whole lot. A lot of what you see was already here. I may have just added some extra space going onto the beach, but I used the hibiscus bushes, I used the birds of paradise, I used the butterfly orchids, the hyacinths, because those are some really beautiful flowers. I even threw in some paper daisies because I wasn't sure if they would propagate. Now, I chose the glowing buttons because it was just really cute. And these old wooden lamps I really, really love. And I needed some lighting in here. And I thought that would be kind of cool to have these little old wooden lamps. Just they're vintage. And I think that they really just fit with the vibe. And they really did kind of bring the whole space together. And those that know me know we had to have water of some kind. We had to. It had to happen. So we did end up putting in some waterfalls, and I put the compost bins up here just because I thought that was kind of a neat little twist, a neat little addition. And I have been playing around with this elevation thing, so I put some cement fountains and some bird baths at different levels and different heights. I did the same thing with some Benchuk statues and the Gogo statues, just because, again, it added dimension, it added interest, and I think it added just an overall appeal to the entire space. Now, this is obviously only one way to do it. You can do it however you want, but I thought, adding some water, even though we're right here by the ocean, is never a bad thing, right? It's a calming, relaxing space. And the creeping vines, too, I think really help add to kind of that, not really jungle feel, but kind of that, the propagation feel, right? Because the creeping vines in real life, they kind of just propagate on their own the more that they are hanging around. So I did a nice little seating area here with the bird bath and the iron benches, just because, again, I wanted to add a certain kind of relaxation and overall just, I think that the space itself was in need of that. I did a larger cement fountain over here, just because I wanted to just add some appeal, and I thought that it would, instead of doing a giant water feature, I thought, what better way? Just put the cement fountain in and call it a day. The lily pillies, I think, again, just added to that lush greenery. And they really did just kind of highlight the space a little bit more and really bring it to life. I did have some trouble placing these benchuks, though, because I was actually standing in the way. And I didn't realize that at first, because it's like, what's in the way? Nothing is in the way. Oh, wait. I'm in the way. So we had to move around a little bit. And I wanted to add the marble pillars just again for some height decoration. And I think it just kind of added a neat little twist to the space. And the hibiscus bushes, I probably use them entirely way too much. But we added the rocks. I say we collectively, me, myself, and I. Again, just to kind of try to bring the space together, maybe make it kind of like a rock garden at the same time. It's like a rock garden propagation area. And the coral acacia trees, I had to add those because again, the height and just the lush volume that they have in general, I just thought that this space could definitely use that, and some shade as well. But really kind of bringing that space together with the height and the volume that they carry with them, and just the presence that they have, right? And when I was doing this, I realized that I had put the marble statues in the wrong place. So after I kind of put this pathway down, and then I corrected myself, and then I re-corrected myself. At first I was thinking, oh, I needed it 2 wide. No, you need it 3 wide because that is essentially the length of the large cement fountain. And so I ended up doing and redoing this like multiple times. So tearing everything down and then bringing in the pathway just a little bit, I think that overall made the space even more complete. And we had to have our little sign, of course, and of course the royal bluebells. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought. And as always, don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe for more. Bye.